Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick video because I was talking to some of my kids in my track class about slacklining. It really seemed to catch on and they had interest in doing it. So I want to give you a quick video tutorial on how to rig your slackline. So what you see me doing here first is putting wrap around the tree. You always want to protect the tree bark, especially over repeated use. The slackline is pretty tight and it will eventually wear bark off, especially if you're in a public park. We don't want to damage trees and get kicked out of the spaces where we have access to trees. First thing we're going to rig is our anchor. And what you see is the printed side of the slackline facing up. You want to make sure that wraps around the tree and is flat. That's what you see me doing here. Each end of the slackline will have a loop. You will take your hoist, which you see there, you'll feed it through the loop, pull it against the tree, and the secret to getting a flat slack line is the next step, which I really want you guys to focus on, which is just before the black loop, put your finger in the middle of the slack line, give it a pinch to where each end folds up to each other, and pull that through and tighten it against the tree against the loop. And what that pinch does is actually causes the slack line to lay flat. You will now see me repeating the process on the other tree. I'm putting my tree wrap around, and you can get this tree wrap on Amazon. A set or a pair will cost you 20 bucks maybe. It's not terribly expensive, but it does do its job and protect the tree quite nicely. Next, we take the slack line itself, pull it around the tree, make sure the printed side is facing away from the tree and is flat all the way around the tree. Pull your excess slack line through your loop. In this case, I've got about 89 meters of slack line, so it takes several pulls to get it all through. So you will get to watch me do that. And once you have the slack line all the way through, you repeat the process. You pull the slack line tight against the tree, pinch the slack line through the loop, which I'm going to get a close-up of for you right here. Take the slack line, push right in the middle, pinch it. You now have each side touching each other, pull tight against the tree, and that little step will make your slack line flat. If you don't do this step, your slack line will be straight on one side, uneven on the other, and it can be a bit challenging to walk on. The next thing you want to do is you want to pull your slack line all the way across to straighten it out to your anchor, which is on the tree across from you. Then walk back towards the tree or whatever you've used for an anchor. Lay your slack line out flat. It really makes it much easier to pull through the hoist on the other side. Once you have that flat, take the end and pull your hoist straight up. You'll see a slot right in the middle. Feed your slack line through that slot. You want to pull it directly through and down towards the ground. That's what you see me doing here. So you will continue to pull all of that excess slack line all the way through the middle of your hoist or the winch in this case. If you've rigged your slack line properly, the hoist will have the handle to tighten your slack line facing down towards the ground, as you can see in this case. Remember, the printed face of your slack line should be facing up. Okay, what you now see is I have successfully pulled all the excess slack line through the hoist. I fed it through the slot, pulled it straight down the ground and back towards itself. Flip your handle over. There is a small bracket beneath the red handle. Squeeze that towards the red handle. It will disengage the hoist and allow you to start winching it tighter. And as you can see, I really have to put some weight into that. Otherwise, you're going to have a very slack line, or it will have a lot of flexibility in it. And just so you know, the tighter the slack line is, the easier it is to learn to start slacklining. If you keep it loose, it has a lot more give and play and a lot more wave action. I would also suggest when you're first learning, find two anchors that are relatively close together. The shorter the slack line, the less wave action you have, the easier it is to learn. Once you get better, you can start slacklining between farther and farther distances. At any rate, guys, that is it. That's how you rig your slack line. There it is, finished, nice and straight. And if you do it properly, it should take you about 5 to 6 minutes. Good luck.